when you never got a pretty woman, you're motivated by pretty women because you never could get it. Most of our motivations come from a lack, right? So when it comes from a lack and not
desire
or yeah,
Or
it
even
comes from a lack or
psychological.
desire. But I say, me personally, I see a lot of the strongest motivations come from a lack of. You never had this. You can never get it. You don't know what it's like. And you only thing you could do is dream about it. So you're willing to do whatever it is to taste it. Not even have it. Just taste it.
Smoke a little crack.
Yeah. Sold a little crack. Right? Smoked a little crack, sold a little crack just to get a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
All right, cat in the hat. This nigga over here
it's just
doing.
nuts because when I look at people and you see what they're motivated by, and I'll be the first. You ask me what's my motivation. I grew up poor. I don't want my daughter to live the life that I lived. Most people's motivations come from a lack. These red pill, they come from a lack. You couldn't get that girl. Now you want to get money just so you can shit on a girl. It comes from a lack. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what there's preach. It goes.
I feel
it
what you're
goes
saying, my
on
brother.
And on and on. You became like my thing is you became a licensed therapist and went to school. You paid
Why he shitting on this
thousands of
man?
dollars just because you couldn't understand women.
And you know, money is part of getting the women. You know, you chase the money, you don't chase the honey. You know what they say. You heard that before. You never heard
No.
that?
Yeah, we're going with it. I don't like ill intent.
Everything is ill. But wait,
Right.
everything is ill-intended, though. Yes, it is. Because if you think about it, your intent is your intent, right? And that's on you. You could have this and this
true.
going on. To me, that shit is ill.
Well, nah.
That's not how
You're
I would
saying
go
it's
about
subjective.
it. Put it like this. That's not how I would go about it, right? And you were going to do all these maneuvers to get to your goal, right? And I'm like, yo, you could have just told me that.
Let's say you grew up in a household and your parents were married and together. Your grandparents and great grandparents were married and together. Your desire is to be married and have the same family dynamic that you've been raised in. That's not an ill intent. It's a desire to what you've been accustomed to.
Okay.
Right? So I want to have a wife. I want to have a family. You know, it's coming from a good place. It's coming from a good source. Now, when you get to that point where Alan is talking about with rubbing feet just so you can have a nigga pay your rent, that's ill intent. Like, that's fucking, yes, it's sick because you're only doing it for a price.
So aren't you only doing it because you've seen, if you're saying your grandparents, your parents' parents, you've seen all the bad shit that comes out of that. You may want that, yes, because that's what you know what you were born into.
The outcome.
You want the outcome, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know it's not going to go the way it went. And you know who you meet. You've seen your grandmother, you've seen your mama, you've seen your auntie do some shit, and their intentions were not top of the top.
Well, I mean, then we're talking about a different situation, but yes, that is true as well, right? That happens as well. That is a variable that happens where you can watch shit, you know, bad situations play out at the same time as you can watch good situations play out. And the intent can either be ill intent or it could just be a norm that you want to have for your life.
If she's on birth control, she says,
Yeah.
hey, it's cool because I'm on birth control, do your thing.
That's
right?
different.
Yes.
That's different. So let's talk about that part.
Yeah, we're talking about
though.
essentially the motive of bringing in a kid
Talk about that
into this world, knowing that the gentleman does not want to be a father, and also lying at the same time that you are taking the proper precautions to not be pregnant, and then really not taking care of the proper precautions, so you can actually get pregnant and deliver a baby because you want a baby and you don't really care if the man is involved. But yet, at some point, you put the man on child support.
That's out of line. And I actually think that when it comes to child support, he could probably sue to like not.
You can't.
Well, I think it depends on your state, because if a woman lies about what she's doing as far as contraceptives, it's just like a man saying, "Oh, I got a condom on," and he takes a condom off in the middle of sex and he's skeeting you. I think it's the equivalent. So I'm just saying.
How can you also prove that though?
Prove what?
Text messages, emails.
Prove what?
But
The
if it's all
fact that
phone
the
calls,
woman was deceitful in
If she's
her
telling you,
birth control
but
methods.
she's physically telling you.
yeah, I feel like if she's telling you that she's on birth control,
Mhm.
and
And you've
then
been in a relationship, and that's usually how it goes. So the pattern of it is,
right, and all of a sudden she pregnant,
Yeah.
but like you done skeeted a million times.
mhm,
And she just went off
Now
birth control. I had a girl go off birth control for 2 weeks and didn't tell me.
like you've been to the doctor with her when she got the depot shot. You've been And then she said, "Oh, this affect me this way, so I'm switching it up and I'm doing the pill." And then you hear the alarm go off for the pill, so you're assuming she takes it every time.
There's sugar pills. There's been situations where it was sugar pills.
Well, there's
They
a
weren't
week of
real.
those.
You said what?
There's a week of those.
But
Wow.
like, yes, but like, what happens?
4
Like
weeks of sugar pills. How about that?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mad
Too
sugar.
sweet. Yeah.
do they do that?
Because some women want to just have a baby and they don't necessarily care who the man is.
Yes.
And the
No,
problem.
I'm talking about the like
Sugar
whoever
pills.
makes these pills. Like, why do they
put
do?
sugars?
Why do they do that?
Regulated,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your habit.
Yeah, the egg.
No. It's for like the regulation of your cycle.
No, because
Oh.
I be taking them bitches so my period stops when I need it to, vacation or whatnot, fucking or whatnot.
That's not really what you
So-
should be doing.
You're not supposed to do that.
Wait, time out. So I
I
told y'all
told my
that's
GYN that that's why I was taking it.
but I
they said
told
okay.
you what you was
They
doing
gave it
at
to
that
me.
Thai restaurant.
I can name 2 people
Mm-hmm.
who probably got my last name. Like, they done been trapped by a dude. They don't have my last name. Let me just stop lying. But they but they related to me.
I
They
have
get-
a
they know
friend.
Yeah, not
I have a friend
Yeah.
who's a guy. I definitely know he trapped his girl.
yes, because they don't want you to leave and like do something with yourself. They
when
want
you
you to
lose weight, like I've seen 2 men that I know of that like girl went through this like whole weight transformation. She got her titties done,
He
everything.
ain't like that shit.
I don't know what he didn't do, but he
Sorry,
was like,
yeah.
"I'm leaving it in," and
Yeah.
she gained
That
all that
makes
shit
sense.
back. And I was like, "That's kind of weird that you did all that work, but now you're saying dudes do that." I never really thought about it that way.
No,
I didn't know
Right,
that.
especially with if he
Do
was
they
with,
want babies or they want to trap?
They don't want to lose
or
access.
they don't lose access. Not really go because you might leave,
It's
but
that.
you gotta answer my call. You no matter how far you go.
Yeah, but that's for life.
you got my baby, bitch.
Yeah. But I was actually
Take
thinking,
him.
I was thinking the opposite way because I know situations where the girl she came from a good family. They had a lot of wealth. This man didn't. He got in position. And he's like, nah, I'm definitely,
up.
I'm airing this out over here.
Well, that makes sense.
The
Yeah.
whole club, like
Not
what?
overall weight loss.
Damn.
No. That's see, I didn't. That's too much.
I've never
me.
even. I've
That's
never even.
spiteful.
Yeah.
Like she should have fought him.
That's
like
controlling.
yeah,
Oh,
like yeah,
okay.
like
You know what it is? A lot of men don't want to see their girls glow up while they're in a relationship with them.
Like why? Like why would you not want the person with you? I'm really. This is like a real genuine question. Like as a partner, because I don't want to say man or woman. As a partner, why would you not want to see the person that you're with like go the fuck up? Because when you glow up, nigga, I'ma glow up.
jealousy.
Well,
But why? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Because
what?
you got a different motive.
What is the impetus?
motive- the
like,
motives are
behind-
different.
ego.
Yeah, the
when
motives are
you
different.
when you feel like you are here in the relationship, like yeah, I'm the prize. I got it all. Like
or maybe you're not.
yeah, but in your mind, if that's how you view yourself in the relationship, and you see your partner kind of like
like lesser than you.
yeah, and now
or
you
even,
or even
and now you see.
and now
and
it's
now you're lesser.
You gotta think. There's a lot of women that I've watched on this couch say that they would prefer an ugly man,
Ooh,
right?
Yes.
And it's always because an ugly man
Got
is more
big dicks.
comforting than them, right? It's more comforting because they don't have to deal with as much insecurities that
Nobody
they
wants to look
already
in my eyes.
suppress, right?
what did you say?
Ugly men got big dick. Right.
Ugly?
That's
I
not
said-
always true.
Okay, let's say
I was just asking a question.
if y'all want
Don't
to.
nobody want to answer me, but cool.
But
But it's
whatever-
easier. You know what it is? I think for women, you kind of need the man to be obsessed with you a little bit more than you're obsessed with them. Actually, that's just for me.
Look at his face.
That's just for me.
I went wrong on that.
And when they're ugly, they're guaranteed to be more obsessed with you.
And they can't.
Not if they funny though. When you funny, you can get any woman
You
you
start
want.
being real. Like,
Like,
You know
funny
what?
women.
That's true. Because, but
Funny
that's
be
a
friendly.
superpower.
hmm
Because
You funny?
Not everybody be funny.
You can get any woman you want when you funny.
Is it because y'all don't know what to do with fine niggas?
Yes.
No, but
Yep.
fine niggas come with a little bit of ego and a
You
little
can
bit
deal
of
with it.
I can get any bitch I
Oh
want.
no, I like a fine man.
Okay,
But
so
I do like a fine man. I'm definitely not one of them girls that be like, I need an ugly nigga. No, ma'am.
but do
No,
you,
sir. No,
No,
I don't
no,
want that.
ma'am.
Like,